Holocaust Memories Never Forget. Section 2, Ahead of the Darkness. Part 7. From the Enabling Act, March 1933, until Kristallnacht, the 9th and 10th of November, 1938. Kristallnacht. Truth is always an impediment to a tyrant planning to further their agenda, especially if their actions will create an international uproar. To avoid being caught in a lie, tyrants have learned to use what is called a diversion. Along with being fully scripted and staged, the diversion must appear to create a serious threat to the nation, requiring an immediate, often deadly response. Adolf Hitler was the master of this craft and used it skillfully throughout his dictatorial rule. On the 7th of November 1938 in Paris, a Jewish student of Polish descent named Herschel Greenspan shot the German diplomat to France, Ernst vom Rath, who died 2 days later on the 15th anniversary of the Beer-Hall Putsch. Herschel was angry that Germany, during what was called the Polen-Aktion in late October, had forced his parents back to Poland along with 17,000 other Jews whose Polish passports would expire at the end of that month. Hitler clearly had nothing to do with von Rath's assassination, but he used the event as a diversion to accomplish something he had dreamed of doing for many years, destroying most, if not all, physical elements of Jewish presence in Germany and Austria, beginning with their synagogues, temples, and some businesses. Shortly after the ambassador was shot, but before his death, high-level discussions took place between Hitler and his top leaders, including Minister of Propaganda Joseph Goebbels and Gestapo Chief Heinrich Müller, concerning the actions they would take. Ernst vom Rath died on the 9th of November, after which Hitler had Müller issue an order to all local police and fire departments throughout Germany and Austria, advising them that actions against Jewish houses of worship and Jews personally would be taking place that day and throughout the night, and that the police should do nothing to stop them. Officers were also ordered to arrest the victims, and fire companies were ordered to remain inactive except for cases where an adjoining area and property was threatened by the flames. Estimates vary concerning the damage and death toll, but most scholars agree that at least 1,000 synagogues were destroyed or damaged, approximately 100 Jews were killed, some by their own neighbors. Jewish hospitals and schools were ransacked and rendered useless, Jewish cemeteries were desecrated, and around 30,000 Jewish males between the ages of 16 and 60 were arrested and sent off to various camps, including Dachau, Sachsenhausen, and Buchenwald. According to Dr. Wolf Gruner, founding director of the Shoah Foundation Center for Advanced Genocide Research at the University of Southern California, one aspect of the devastation that night has been overlooked until recently, and that was the destruction of Jewish homes throughout Germany and Austria. With one precisely timed blow, Adolf Hitler severely damaged the very heart of the German Jewish community by destroying a significant percentage of their houses of worship, arresting Jewish leaders along with many thousands of working-age males, and ensuring that most of these men would never return home. Of the 30,000 Jewish men arrested during Kristallnacht, over 1,000 of them died in captivity, and thousands more were arrested over the next few months. By destroying many of their private homes, Hitler decreased the chances that surviving Jews would find a place to hide from the deadly tentacles of the Gestapo, the SD, the SS, and of course, the German people themselves. For the Jews of Germany, Austria, and the annexed lands, the darkness from which there was no escape had finally descended, and it was only a matter of time before the remainder of Jews throughout Europe and the Soviet Union would find themselves standing at the edge of a bottomless, fiery abyss awaiting the same brutal fate. This ends Section 2, Ahead of the Darkness. Next will be Section 3, Edge of the Abyss, which explores the rapid increase of anti-Semitic events under Hitler's rule between late 1938 and the invasion of Poland on the 1st of September 1939.